beer spinning as a friend. You said no. I sent you a friend request.
Okay, well, let me see your phone now so I can check it.
Now that your hands are dry.
Okay, no, we're live now.
I'm
No,
live.
Okay, then we're live now.
Giant
Okay,
fat
I'll
belly.
fix your...
Look at that belly. Oh, I look terrible.
I got it. Go ahead.
Is it
Oh,
all
it looks so bad.
fuzzy? Oh, you got it?
I'm gonna go that way.
Oh my god.
Yep, we're live now.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
we're down again.
Seriously, the pools are not the same. They don't work.
Well, I can hear me. You should probably turn that down.
Yeah.
So we don't get that echo. There we go.
Beer down over here.
Beer down. Well, I'll start. Welcome to Beer Splaining. I am Beers Knob Esquire.
And I am Hoppy Hippo.
And today we're doing our tasting in the bubble bath.
We're doing a Monkish beer tasting from LA in the bubble bath.
Yeah, because why
The
not?
wise thought it would be funny.
And I'm agreeing with them, especially the rubber duckies.
I'll tell you what, tech support while covered in bubbles is fucking hard.
Yeah, actually trying to operate your phone while covered with bubbles. Oh, that's a bubble fight.
Oh, what? Why is he bubbling me? That's weird.
Anyway, so we're gonna have a couple of Monkishes today, talk about shit, you know.
Yeah, so that's our gist. We
Generally do
drink
what we
beer,
do.
and we talk about beer, and then we talk
Nice
about
hair,
other stuff.
thank
that's-
you. Which one? The
On our
chest hair
head.
or on my head?
Mine's pretty.
What?
Oh,
Someone
that's
said
a
we have
pretty-
someone said nice hair?
Nice hair,
Oh,
yeah.
thanks for joining us.
Wait, where do you see the chat?
Just welcome to the chat room. Yeah, I like the hair. I also like the belly. I mean, look at this. This took some work.
This show is fucking weird now.
This is You
You made it weird.
I made it weird. How did I make it
I
weird?
have a donut spaceship.
I have a rubber ducky.
It kind of looks like a donut Millennium Falcon.
It does kind of, yeah. You're right. It is kind of Millennium Falcon-y. Anyway,
All right, whatever. We're gonna drink beer.
Let's
No
drink
one
some
wants to
beers.
watch us be weird. Well, they do probably.
true.
They probably
That's true.
don't, but they may.
cheers, Remy.
Cheers.
So our first beer of the day from Monkish is going to be their Face Forward Double Dry Hop Double IPA.
Oh, there he is.
Let's see, 8%, 8.3% alcohol. I don't see anything about the hops, so I'm not really sure what hops it has. But but it sounds good. And so Monkish, I've not been there, but
I've been to Monkish. We went there one time. It was during. Was it during COVID?
it was
No,
during the
it
COVID.
wasn't, right?
Yeah, you drove there during the COVID.
Did we really?
Yeah, last year.
No.
No,
was it earlier this
we
year?
went to LA 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, it was pre-COVID. It was pre-COVID. They were open. No, they were open. We were inside stuff. It was really good.
The only problem with these glasses is you can't
that's my
see this,
towel
but
again.
this looks really good. It
I
smells
left my towel way over there.
really fucking
What are
good.
we drinking? We're drinking
I said that, face forward.
Face Forward, a double dry hopped double India IPA.
Does he not listen to me?
No.
Nobody listens to me.
fuck?
Anyway,
Also, check out the bomb glasses. Little Firestone Walker metal glass
Yes.
today. Don't use glass around the pool.
don't use glass around the pool. It's dangerous. But again, it does stink that we can't see it because I think you'd love this. If you look at it while you're pouring, the color on it's
Oh,
fantastic.
it's pretty.
So,
Also, the art's cool. This guy
do
looks.
you like? You
This
got
guy
it?
looks kind of faded.
Yeah, he looks like he got fucked
I
up.
don't know. So it's a double dry hop hazy IPA. So what are we looking at here? We're
Double
looking
dry
at
hop,
lots of
double
fragrance.
IPA. It doesn't say hazy, but it certainly came out hazy.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
And you get the aromas. You're getting lots of citrus. The double dry hop is essentially the dry hop process. Is after you ferment, you can add hops into the post-fermented beer, either during a clarification, like you put it in the whirlpool. Typically, how you do it. But by double dry hopping it, my guess is they did it twice, right? You dry hop, and then you dry hop again. And so the purpose of the dry hops is all aroma. It's
The
just gonna
oils,
be
right? It's just one of the
all-
oils out, right?
Well, I mean, the oils are more for the bitterness. It should just be 100% aroma because the longer you boil the hop, the more bitterness you get and the less of the aromas you get. The shorter amount of time that it's in the boil, or again, if it's dry hopping, you're essentially just getting aromas. I think this beer smells great.
It does smell great. The taste is pretty good, I think.
The question is, will it
You have
sit?
a
No,
pile of
it won't
bubbles
sit.
right here.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's because I threw it at him.
No, I put
So
one on my
anyway,
face.
yeah, it's actually not so hot here. The weather's pretty good today. I was out in Oakland earlier at the.
It's 85-ish here, I think.
There's apparently a brew house right on the Embarcadero waterfront, a German style brat house and beer. Never been there before. I can't remember the name of it now. Went there for lunch.
Called like Dawson Beer Garden.
We were
or
there.
Something
We've been
like
there.
that.
Yeah, it's
No,
good.
no, it's, I don't.
They do
It's,
spätzle.
it's yeah.
Free
They
spätzle?
had a good spätzle sausage plate. I had a breakfast burger. Unfortunately, the egg wasn't runny. So the menu looked great. The beer selection looked great. But when you go to a place and it's Saturday or Sunday, like today, and it's noon, and you sit down, how long do you want to wait before they even come to your table and take your beer order?
Oh, not even 5 minutes. They should be at my table
30
within
minutes.
5 minutes.
30 minutes. We didn't see a waitress, waiter,
Actually, when we were there,
server.
it took a while too.
30 minutes.
Was
I
there
had to
was the
wait
place
for a
really
waiter.
full?
It was mostly full outside, yes, but not even number. We didn't even get a. No one came by. They just.
Did you get a
plopped it-
German beer at least?
I did not get a German.
What the fuck? You're at a
I know
German
that's not true. I
place.
told
They
you.
have
that.
a really
I
good
actually had
Dunkel.
2 grapefruit rattlers.
Oh, that's fine. It's
So
German.
they were there. So it was the German Pilsner mixed with a couple of ounces of grapefruit juice, which I thought was really, really good. And then I switched it up and went to a blind pig. Because you know, blind pig.
You've already had 3 beers?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
No wonder you were
2
2 hours
drinks.
late for our stream. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. Well, I would have been on mostly on time if I hadn't waited 30 minutes to get the first beer.
You know,
So-
your day was more exciting than ours for sure. We went to get a little COVID shot.
Yeah.
Get yourself vaccinated. Everyone in our
Get
family now has
vaccinated.
2 shots. Then we went to the sandwich place we were trying to get from a couple weeks ago out of Brentwood, Dino's Sandwich Shop.
Right.
Turns out apparently most of downtown Brentwood's closed on Sundays.
That's true, actually. That's a good point. I
Yeah.
didn't think about it. So Dino's was closed?
I don't even understand why anywhere is closed on Sunday.
Well, see, Corey,
Well, I mean, I
this is-
do, but I'm an atheist, so I don't.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the things I loved about when I was living in Utah. I came up from Utah. Nobody went out on Sundays, but shit was still open. So I could go skiing and nobody was there. I could go to lunch and nobody was there. Dog, get in the house.
Like, it just feels like you're in the
Denise.
service industry or whatever you want to call it. Like, the restaurant serves people. Like, it feels like not being open on days where people are off. It feels sort of kind of.
Hey there, Fire Hopes. How are you? Come on.
Are,
Pepper,
sal-
come on. In the house.
are
In the house.
sales actually worse on Sundays?
They are worse. Sunday's not as big of a day as Saturdays can
Oh,
be.
please close the screen door for us.
For sure. You're not on
Please.
camera.
Please close the screen door.
So anyway, no. So Sundays the sales are down. That's why you'll see. It's. I think it's a lot more family time. That's why you'll see more brunches going on Sundays and things like that. But in the restaurant business, yeah, it's not. I mean, you know, Sunday. The whole thing is so. Saturday day is always slow at a restaurant, and Sunday day is always slow at a restaurant, unless you got TVs and you can football games. Sunday nights are nowhere near as busy as Friday and Saturday, obviously, but they're much busier than Monday or Tuesday. So closing on Sunday doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But if you own a small business, you know what I mean? Don't you want one day off?
I don't know, I just sort of feel like it almost makes more sense to take the time off during days where everyone else is actually
Mondays
at
and
regular, like an
Tuesdays.
8 to 5 sort of
Correct.
day,
Yeah.
than like a day where everyone's off. Like, I feel the same about like America's Tires, a good example. The
That
fact
is a strange one to me.
The fact that they're closed on Sundays just sort of drives me nuts, right? Because
Yeah.
like, people got to get their tires fixed, right? And
What
like, they
day?
get
You'll
tires
leave me one
fixed,
day.
they
What
can go
day
to
would you propose they be closed?
Monday.
Probably a weekday, I think.
I'm close.
Everyone's
Monday's
off.
usually the slowest day of any business.
But see,
so-
I'd rather go in on a Monday to get my tires done because of that. I would rather take a day off work and do it.
That's because you have the privilege of being able to take a day
Right,
off
you have a
work
job that allows you to
paid.
take a day off work to go in. Yeah, so
Like, that help. Like, without that privilege, like, you're
Right.
much more likely to be like, yeah, you know what, I really would prefer
my
to
belly
go
looks bad
on
on
another
It's
day.
just not pleasant.
You know, we should wax
Really?
you on camera.
Oh no, we're not doing a 40-year-old virgin on my ass. That's not happening.
Not on your ass, dude. Twitch won't even let us do that.
If I was wearing a G-string, they would.
I mean, we'd have to make sure. We'd have to make sure.
He's like, wait,
We have to make sure it's environmentally appropriate. So we'd probably
That's
just
true.
like prop up like a stripper pole.
Yeah.
And then it's environmentally appropriate to just
Correct.
be on just a G-string. That's
Well, I could be
Twitch
just.
rules.
I could be in a G-string.
Twitch
in
rules
this,
are interesting.
right? Yeah, that's probably a
Can't
better
even-
place.
can't
to
even
go.
see it down there, though.
Yeah, no, you can.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely, yeah, you can 100% see it down there.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
So
Not
anyway,
100%.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the beer again. Back to the beer.
Back to
so,
the beer.
so the taste is good.
I like
It's
this beer
juicy.
a
Do you
lot.
want to try the beer?
I like this beer a lot.
I feel like there's a little tang at the back end. I'm not super fond of. How old is the beer?
I can't tell that, but Run Randog got it for
Actually,
us.
it's not bad. It's 323, so it's
No,
3
this-
months.
3 months. So
This
it's
is exactly what a
fine.
monkish usually
It's
tastes
fine.
like.
3 months is fine. We are right at
3
the
months
edge.
is exactly right.
Right
there,
at the edge
right
of
there.
where you really
Yep.
want to make sure you got it. You drink.
That is true.
Well, I don't have a watch on, so I can't even look at the watch. So yeah.
Need
So
to watch
thank
it.
you everyone who's joining us today. By the way, feel free to like us and follow us. As mentioned, we're beer explaining,
We're beer explaining.
and we just like to chat and talk about beer. Trying to do it weekly.
Yeah.
We're not great at doing shit on time though right now.
No,
we're gonna work
we're-
on that.
schedule
Yes.
is
I
not a
like
good
mine
thing.
better.
You like yours better. Well,
Well,
all
we'll
right.
have to
Send
try
it
that.
this way, I guess. And what are we trying here?
See, I don't like the color of that one as much. Though. That one's a little on the brown side.
It kind of looks like some stuff that's come out of my butt.
I was gonna say a baby's butt, but sure, Corey. Yeah.
Sometimes I eat real bad.
This is called You Like This.
Oh, you
It's
do like this.
From Lock City Brewing Company.
Where's Lock City?
Yours is better, actually. It doesn't
Stamford,
look as good.
Connecticut.
Where?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
It doesn't look as good, admittedly, but it is.
The
It is
smell
really good.
too.
There's like a weird brown
Oh,
color.
by the way, this is a triple.
Well, it's a pretty damn good triple. It's just brown. Like,
Yeah, that's a good beer. That's a
That's
good
a
beer.
good beer.
Lock City, cheers to you guys. I don't know where you're from in Connecticut. Never been. Probably never gonna get
Stamford.
there. But
it's good.
Stamford.
but yeah,
Well, that's a big city.
I have an issue. Stamford is a big city.
It just
I
looks
just have an
brown.
issue with the color. Yeah, it's.
You know, I think it might be the lighting out here.
I kept trying to put it in the sun, and it still kind of looked brownish.
Nah, it's still got a
Well,
brown tinge.
when
to
I
it.
was pouring it, it looked as pretty as yours.
But anyway, so
I don't know.
let's see. So what were we talking about? I don't even remember what we were talking about.
You know
You were
what?
talking
we
about your beer.
should talk about the news a little bit this
We
week.
should talk about the news. Yeah. Oregon,
What happened this year? What happened?
Oregon. The legislature's all sacked up and decided to expel a member who allowed violent protesters into the building on purpose.
Seems like a decent explanation.
Unanimously expelled him.
Expulsion, not explanation. Expulsion. is the
Expulsion.
right word,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. It's not beer splaining. So kudos to the men and women in Oregon who can do the right thing for the right reason. That's all I'm saying.
True, that's true. You know what I think is funny here? This is sort of like last week's news, but the Democrats in Texas walked out so that there was not enough members in the legislature, so
Right.
they couldn't pass some like anti-voting rights bill.
Right?
Which I think is funny and also an absolute clear demonstration of what's wrong with our entire system.
Right. You can just walk out and suddenly no vote happens.
Oregon, the Republicans in Oregon were doing that about 2 years ago.
Yep, I remember.
The Democrats were straight up in arms about it, and now we're just like, no, it's cool
No, it's
over
cool.
there.
Yeah, it's
like
cool when we do it.
The hypocrisy is fucking real,
And that's
bro.
that's
It's real.
That's the thing. That's the biggest problem I have over everything else. That's not true. It's not over everything else. But one of my biggest problems is exactly that. The hypocrisy is 100% real. It's okay when I do it, but not when
It's
you
so
do it.
real as to be. And I'll
Make a comment?
for the record, I'm a little.
This is the kind of hot tube I want to see. Woo!
Woo! That's what I'm talking
Thanks,
about.
Timo.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Timo. This is. I like the bubble idea. We're always open to ideas. So if you've got other
I
hot
kind of
tub
like the
suggestions,
floaty better. I just like being able to straddle
the
my
floaty was fun. I'm getting us new floaties for next week, obviously,
Yeah.
which will be Father's Day, right? Are we doing a show on Father's Day, or are we gonna do it on Saturday?
We can't Saturday, so probably on Father's Day.
What are we doing on Saturday again?
Callie's going to Great America.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're
Discovery
taking the kid to
Kingdom,
Great
actually.
America?
No, Discovery Kingdom.
Oh, cool.
We bought the season passes, so we're dropping, Callie and hopefully Callie, Caitlin, and 2 other friends. Hopefully we're going to drop them off for the day. Somebody want to
People
see
like the bubbles. I'm like, yeah, bubbles
Bubbles
are
are
great.
awesome.
I'm liking the bubbles, actually.
They kind of
It's
go
kinda
away
fun.
on the quickness, but it's all right.
That's
What are you talking about? We've been doing this for 20 minutes. I still got a ton of bubbles. I mean, it's
Less
not like
active
they're
than
covering
that,
my
yes.
junk or nothing, but I don't have to be,
All right, whatever. So beer number 1 was Face Forward from Monkish. So I think we're probably going to move on to beer number 2 now, right?
Sure. I don't
You
have
wanna
it.
finish your beer yet? Oh,
We've only got one sip left.
We need beer number 2.
Anyway, let's see.
So what other news? Is there any other news? I feel like this week is a slow week, right?
It was just kind of a slow week, there's
Oh, Donald Trump praised
Russia.
Venezuela, I think,
Oh.
for shutting down Twitter or something.
Yes, he did. There was that.
That was in the
There was
news.
that, and then he also said that he trusted Russian intelligence more than American intelligence sources. He said that this week too.
Oh, yeah,
which is,
yeah, he
which
did.
is
He
always
said that. He
good.
said that.
You
That's
know,
always
the
solid.
trust the source of disinformation to give you good information. That's always a strategy.
What, was that it? I swear this was a slow week.
It was a really slow week. I think
I checked my phone, but I'm fucked right now because Authy changed their rules and I can't get into my shit for 2 days, so whatever.
it is nice when it's a slow week. Okay, Virtrology, thank you. We like it too.
There were literally no slow weeks when Trump was still president.
No, there were no slow. It was actually.
It was like, what fucking train wreck occurred this week?
Right, it
we
was
can
almost
talk about?
mind-numbing. You're like, I just can't take anymore.
Even if the train wrecks weren't occurring, there was still some moron talking about the train wrecks he wanted to occur, which caused news, and then you want to talk about that train wreck, even though it never actually managed a train wreck.
That is all very true.
You know,
That is
I
all
kind of
very
like a president who just shuts the fuck up.
true. It does his job. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm just more
Agree with what?
with you. Like,
Oh.
it's just nice that a slow week is a good thing.
Perfect one.
Bathe.
Oh,
yeah,
bathe in
the.
bass lines.
Base.
Or is it baselines?
I mean, there's fucking Steve figures, so it's probably bass.
I said bass
Clearly
the
says
first.
bass,
I said bass the first time I thought too. So.
Sorry, gotta put
No,
my
you're
things
fine.
in.
All right, next beer. This is a double India Pale Ale from Monkish. Everyone say hi to Kylie Beer Girl's ass. There you go. This is bathed in bass lines.
You couldn't see it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and Biden talked about trying to cancel the student debt again.
I thought he wasn't going to do it because it was unpopular with rich people or something.
That might be true, but he told Schumer to look into it. So I did. But all that means to me is hey, we want to keep our base happy, so I'm going to pretend we're going to look into some shit when in reality we're not going to be able to do this shit.
So the student debt thing, actually, I said this right. This is a double India Pale Ale. Let's see if it has anything else on it. No, we do not know what hops are in this. We're just going to try it.
No,
I guess.
they
It's
did
a
the same thing with
beautiful
the
can,
last. Yeah, their
It's
can
really-
art's great.
really
Monkish does the good stuff with the can art. It's true.
So on the student loan
Oh, they
debt,
like your tattoos.
on the student loan debt thing, I find it to be super interesting. I think it's funny to me that the usual response from like a lot of people is like, when I had to pay all my student loans, right? You're just like, well, I mean, I got fucked, so you should get fucked too.
That's pretty much what that means. Yes.
Which really feels sort of ridiculous.
Right. It's like the freshman hazing thing. Well, it happened to me, so I should go ahead and do it to you. And I agree with that. But I'm not 100% sure I agree with
A full-on cancellation. I think
completely
it's
canceling
probably a
the
little
student loan debt, because, at least from my perspective, you learn a lot when you have an obligation for something.
What we need to
when
do-
you're just handed shit,
Yeah.
you
Are they only
tend to not
canceling the
appreciate it
debt
as much.
because of COVID? Like
No.
another
This is
random
the
COVID thing?
No, this is the thing, because as schools and tuitions went up higher and higher and higher, and then more and more loan places came, especially some of the predatory
Yep.
ones,
Yep.
came on, and people just ended up like just drowning in loan debt. What was your loan debt when you got out for Denise?
You don't want to compare. Oh, for Denise, we were at 6 figures.
Yeah, right. So
But that's for a master's degree. I have a friend I know
Still 6 figures,
who went to law school, because she went to USC Law School, $300,000 in student loan debt.
it's
A
just a lot.
house.
That's a house.
That's a house.
That's
Yeah,
a
so-
house in the entire country.
Which
so,
you can't afford because you now have the student loan debt.
Right, but correct.
So that's fine. So I think the real issue here isn't so much for you looking at, like, the problem is if you're looking at, oh my god, this poor fucking lawyer has way too much student loan debt. The problem is the teacher who's $200,000 in debt because they went and got their master's at a good school, and now they're teaching in a high school or whatever.
Right.
They're making shit $105,000 a year probably. in California.
Yeah, in California with benefits
Depending
and
on what
stuff.
point
I mean, you're not
you're
starting off
part
there,
of
but
California.
teachers get in California. Teachers get into six figures.
About 100, right?
Yeah.
And if you're making about 100 and you've got to pay off 300,000 in
It's-
loans,
right.
20,000 in loans, it's just really hard. And that's the teachers. The teacher
Sure.
is probably the best example you can use, because
Right.
we want more teachers and we want them to be well educated, but then we put them into debt and then we sort of chronically underpay them. So it's just the spot. You're just like, if you want to be a teacher, you gotta want to be a teacher.
I will always disagree that teachers are underpaid, but I will agree that entry-level teachers are
I
underpaid.
think we underpay them in comparison to other things with the amount of schooling they get, for example.
Well, but you get it. You don't need anything more than a 4-year degree to be a teacher. You can actually do it with just a bachelor's.
That's still like 100K, right? In most
You
schools,
get,
though.
the reality is, with room and board and everything, you're coming out 6 figures in
Yeah.
debt. You're right, but like you say, but the problem is they don't pay the entry level teachers at all, and that's California. There are teachers in other parts of this country.
We live in California, so all of my knowledge, at least, is definitely just what's
Right.
happening in California.
But there are teachers who don't make anywhere near those figures, but they also probably aren't going into as much debt because the student loans aren't as much. I believe that there are professions that we should be encouraging people to get into, and
Right, we should be subsidizing more loans for people to
Correct.
go into examples like teaching or other in-demand
teaching
jobs.
and medical field, I think, are big ones.
I think we should reduce college tuitions like a ton, especially like the publicly funded ones. Like,
Oh, I agree.
You want to pay fucking $500,000 to go to a privately funded
No, you
school
wanna go
like
Stanford,
Harvard, I
that's
guess
on you.
That's on you, right? But the public one should be like really, really accessible. I think,
I agree.
like really, really accessible.
And it's really funny because like the cost to go to school right now, they always say, well, tuition is X. Like tuition at a UC is, I want to say, like 25 grand for the year. But that's nothing. That's not books, that's not food, that's not housing. And when you get to a college campus in California, we were renting a room in an apartment in fucking
Turlock.
Stanislaus County,
Yeah.
Turlock, for $1,000 a month. It's that kind of stuff that's just, but that's free market, right? I mean, if I own the building, I want to charge as much as I can charge for it, right? If you own a 4-bedroom house in Davis, you're not going to undercharge for the rent. You're going to charge what the market says you can charge.
Probably.
That's so. Unless it's for your daughter, and then you don't charge her, but then you charge everybody else to make up for your daughter. So I agree with what you're saying. There should be something done, but it shouldn't be for everything. You know what I mean? It just should. I don't believe my student loans should be forgiven. They
Well,
shouldn't
you're
have been.
going to make enough that you can pay them off.
And it's not even that. It's just
It probably should be contingent based upon the kind of thing you go into.
correct. If
Or-
I were going to go into, if
or
I'm going to be a
even if
public
you-
defender,
even if you
maybe
just did,
sure.
say 4 years
Yeah.
of government service
And
not
that's
paying
what
off
I
your loan,
believe.
for example.
If you're gonna take an amount of time after college to use the degree they've helped you get to benefit the community rather than just yourself, like I'm doing, I'm just benefiting me, then you should get some portion of that forgiven. I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree.
Yeah, it's real hard because like I feel bad about people who are crazily in debt. Right? I don't even have a degree, right? So obviously I don't have any debt like that. So, but I just feel bad because it's just like we tell them they have to go, and then we just make it like so hard. And like you can look at the rates like historically over time, and it doesn't match up to anything.
No.
Like,
No. Well, but
at all.
and the hard part is too. Then with the market the way it is right now, like my oldest, after graduating from school with a good 4-year degree, science field, should be able to get decent jobs, can't even get $20 an hour. Like you're coming out of school, you know, with what could
And you're
be
fresh,
$100,000
and they get to
in
train
debt.
you the way they want you to
Right.
be. You're not
So
coming in
so
as somebody
it's
who's already in.
I almost think that vocational schools might have an advantage, but then they're the predatory ones. They're the ones that just
You don't like
completely
numbers
hose you.
Ew.
That's a good spill right there. So, what else can we talk about? We talk about student
That's a
loans.
lot of sediment. That is straight
what
hops.
the heck?
That is straight hops.
They look like seeds.
It's the compressed hops.
Oops.
Yeah, the
So that
pods.
they don't all go away.
This beer, I think the last beer was better. This
I agree
one's
with you.
super plain to me.
This one, I agree. The last beer was better. Amber's, Cali Beer Girls is
So,
much better.
I know why we like ours so much.
Citra,
It is Sabro, Eldorado, Cashmere, and Centennial.
okay, that's a good mix. Yeah, it's a
I
good
love
combination.
Cashmere.
Cashmere's a good hop.
That is
Cashmere's
my
a good hop.
favorite.
Oh, because Altamont does a single hop of that. I'll have to
Do
look
they
at that next time.
really?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
They do. I will have to look at that next time. And that's the other thing we should be talking about, Corey. So next week, California is just like, guess what? Nothing ever happened.
We're done.
We're done. Go back to normal. Except, did you hear about Cal OSHA?
Now what are they doing?
Cal OSHA's decided that whatever the governor's going to do, they want to promulgate different regulations. So if anybody in your office is not vaccinated, everybody has to wear a mask. If they're in common areas.
Yeah, we don't
So-
have to at our desk. We actually are still wearing masks anyways, walking around our office, even
Right.
after the 16th or whatever day. 15th.
Tuesday.
We are still wearing masks when we're in common areas and stuff like that, but at our desk we do not have to.
Hi there, Flodex. How are you? Hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, so no one in my office wears a mask. I do. Most of us are vaccinated, I think, but it's also
We
not
have
a lot of
one-
time in the common areas.
As you know, we have one
Yes.
that will not vaccinate,
have a
and
couple of
she
them.
got COVID
Yeah,
recently.
that's
and
irony-
brought it
irony
to
is-
our office.
Irony's interesting. Irony is interesting.
So I know it's super exciting watching on my phone, but I'm trying to arrange a fence repair. Sorry.
Oh, that's your fence broke down?
The
Oh,
last
yeah,
bit
sorry.
that we have not replaced
Okay.
has blown
Anyway,
off now.
what was I doing? Anyway, so it's I just find it strange that you know the goal was to get to a certain level of vaccination, which frankly we're never going to get to.
No, there's
But I'm also not all that bothered by it because A, I'm vaccinated. B, now my whole family is actually vaccinated, and most of the people I hang out with are vaccinated. So, you know, and yes, all the weirdo people will tell you, well, people still die. They've said it's something like 1 in 1 million people who get vaccinated have died from COVID, as
But-
opposed to 2% of the people who get the COVID die from the COVID.
That's
so,
what I was going to say. Do the numbers.
Yeah.
If you're vaccinated, you're less likely to die.
So and I'm all for that. Like I didn't take the vaccine thinking I was never going to get COVID, but I took the vaccine saying, well, if I do,
It won't
I'm
be as
more
bad.
likely not to die. Especially when you look like this, I'm probably a prime candidate to just kick the fucking bucket. So
I got the vaccine so I could go out.
there's that too. Yeah, I am looking forward to the going out. So part of me is thinking like it's just kind of arbitrary, but the other part of me is thinking,
I swiped it away.
you know, 15 months of this, I'm just done.
Okay, good.
You know, I'm done.
Well,
I'm glad you
still
guys are
doing
going
it,
to get to go to you know a park, right?
Are you following your stream too?
No, I can't log into fucking Twitch.
Oh, because apparently when you get a new follower, you gain.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Yeah. No, I can't log into Twitch right now.
Mine's
Yeah, I
mine's
can't
just
log
not
into Twitch.
dinging because it's off. But
I can't log into anything. I'm fucking.
well, yeah, I mean,
retarded.
it is. I'm just, you know, like I was gonna go to a ball game. I was gonna go to a Giants game. I just thought that'd be great,
That's
especially
outdoors.
because they had
Well,
they also
sliding
had
Well, they also require vaccination.
they actually had two different things. You could either go to the vaccinated section
Oh,
or the
okay.
social distance section.
Okay.
And I was like, that's great. I thought that was a wonderful idea.
But what happens when you want to go get food? Don't you guys all?
Yeah,
mix?
everyone still has to wear a mask.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wear a mask. So
I don't. Again, I think
heard.
that changes. That's a rock.
Fiber.
I think that changes after Tuesday, but I'll be curious to see.
Yeah, so we have reservations for next week at the park, and I'm hoping that they don't need them anymore after
The
Tuesday.
masks?
No reservations at all. I'm hoping they just go back to full.
Yeah, the reservation thing at a park like that, at like a theme park, doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
The reason they're using it, I think, is to sort of reduce the amount of people
Correct.
like
Yeah.
Correct.
pushing the entrance, for example. Problem is, like, this shit is garbage.
it's
Like, their
also
customer
the
service
lines
is
and
terrible. Their website is straight trash.
Yeah, most of the places that I'll be honest, there are some places that we've gone to that have done a really good job with like the menu ordering and websites and reservations. Some places have done a really good job.
Yeah.
But the majority of them have failed miserably.
We went to a restaurant today and they took our temperatures to eat there.
No, I'm okay with that. But then,
No,
when you get to the menu,
Paper
and you,
menus.
like one place I went to, you had to pay every time you ordered, so I couldn't even open a tab to get some beers. I'm like, why? I want more than one. Who goes to a bar and wants just one beer? Answer, not this guy. So why would you do that? And then other places, like you say, they're wonderful. You click on your table, they bring you the drinks. It's great. But it was Cali crap that I had to pay every single
Oh, that's
time.
bullshit.
And I'm just like, this is annoying. But it was also really nice where you like click on the picture. But then I've had ones where you do the same thing and then it's like, would you like to open a tab? Yes, give me my credit card. Okay, cool.
There's places we've been to where you can't find the fucking menu.
Today.
You do the scan on it and it takes you to the website and you
Big
can't
boys.
find the fucking
Thanks,
menu.
Pingu. Yo, big boys.
What up?
Is she referring to Belly? Or he referring to Belly?
Well, we're not small. Much
That
of
was
that.
like today. We sat down, and there's this little sailboat looking thing to give us our table number. But for 30 minutes, no one tells me where the menu is. Apparently, I didn't look. The barcode was on the little table thing. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, you
if
have
you
to
had
look at
told
that.
me when you sat down.
Wait. Are you complaining that no one came to get you a drink for 30 minutes at the same place where you didn't see the barcode for 30 minutes?
Yes. Yes, I am.
That's on you.
No, it was.
So the
It
worst
wasn't like
part
there was a sign saying here's the barcode, and it was like literally it was like that big. It was super
no,
tiny.
okay, so here's my
That's on you.
complaint.
You're supposed to digital order, Shane.
So
No, there was no digital ordering, just the menu, not
So
the actual
that
order.
is my
you
other
couldn't
complaint.
digital order.
That's
Yeah.
my other complaint. When we were at that same brewery, I'm not going to mention them because I actually like them.
Sure.
Is once you found the menu, you still had to wait for the server to come to your table to take your drink order.
Right.
And we waited a good 15 minutes before that server came.
And that, and
It's
so
probably like 7.
so to be clear, we're not trying to Karen anybody. We're just talking about the frustrations that we've had.
well, we'd be the Karens. They wouldn't be.
No, but I'm just saying, no, we'd be the Karens. We're not trying to be Karenish, but it's not like I'm not going to go to this place I went to today and leave a bad review for them because they took 30 minutes to give me food. I'm like, staffing issues are real. I was telling them this last night. I drove by the Burger King, $500 signing bonus. You get a job at Burger King, they will pay you $500.
I think you have to work for like a month.
Who cares?
No,
It's
that's
$500.
They need people
Right?
to work.
Well, I mean, it's honestly, I know this sounds ridiculous. So this is entirely because of the unemployment bonus, right? So
150%.
the unemployment
yes.
bonus is actually giving you more money to stay at home than it would to go work certain low-paying jobs.
That is correct.
Some people think the solution is get rid of the unemployment bonus so that people go back to their low-paying jobs. I mean, I think the correct solution is like don't
have
underpay
low.
the shit out of people.
Like I said, if you
But, I
look
mean,
at
you know.
the reality, people want to say minimum wage jobs were only for entry level. That's not at all true. If you look at the history, minimum wage was never set to be an entry level job. It was set to avoid people taking advantage of workers. That's really what it was for. And back in the 50s and 60s, minimum wage, you could actually buy a house.
Just not nowadays. 'Cause
Think
cost
about
of
that.
living in California
You
is
could, on minimum
ridiculous.
wage, buy a house. You can't fucking buy a house on minimum wage. You can't even pay rent in California on minimum wage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, so the question always, so this is actually not a bad topic. So the question always becomes like, well, if you bump minimum wage and all the other costs go up, which is somewhat true to an extent,
It
but
is.
I think
It is true.
I think that the
But not dollar
predictions
for
of
dollar.
mass closures, for example,
Correct.
tend to be wrong. Certainly, some places
Yes.
close because they can't adapt properly.
That's correct.
Because they're renting on razor thin margins already.
Right.
Right, but like Seattle, right, was the place that did like a $15 minimum wage, right?
Yep.
And people were just like, every restaurant in Seattle is going to close.
It didn't happen.
Well, you can still go to Seattle and eat
That's
and
true.
drink.
No,
as it
keep them
turns
in
out.
business. Get the food to go.
Well, no. He's
No,
talking
I'm
about
not
the minimum
talking about the minimum
wage.
wage increase.
Yeah, so it's the
talking about
reality
wage
is
increase.
restaurant margins aren't paper thin. If you run the restaurant right, if you actually pay attention, because they used to do this, if you pay attention to your numbers, a $1 or $2 an hour raise to to an employee, your entire staff, you're looking at $20 or $30 a day. Really, if you got 10 staff, well, no, it's probably more like $200 a day.
I was like, your math's
$200
wrong.
a day, about $200 a day. Think about that. All you got to do is find another way to make $200. That's not a quarter on a beer, 50 cents on a basket of fries. You're going to make your $200 back in no
Yeah, it's
time.
not a straight dollar for
But
dollar.
then it does. But that's exactly right. It's not a straight dollar for dollar. You give a guy a $2 an hour range.
Yeah, fries aren't $2 more.
Fries are not $2 more. That's not what happens. No. So and you know, realistically speaking, the other part of that, and the part that people don't understand or appreciate, is you 100% of that person's dollar is going back into the economy. Nobody who's making minimum wage is saving up a bankroll, right? They're spending it. They're spending it on housing, food, entertainment. They're spending it. So if you're going to put money somewhere, you put it someplace where they spend it. I agree with you. We should sing the Rubber Ducky, you're the one. You may bad time, lots of fun. I've been wanting to do that all week.
Is that a thing? I don't
You
even
what?
You don't know the
You
Rubber
don't know the
Ducky
Bert and
song?
Ernie Rubber Ducky song?
I never even watched Sesame Street and I knew
How
it.
do you not know the Bert and Ernie?
You guys need your other beer.
It's
Huh?
the Rubber Ducky
Yeah,
song.
probably.
Yeah.
I do take on the donut floaty though.
I like all the floaties actually, but you know the donut floaty's pretty good. Okay, so
This one was okay. It wasn't as good as the first one.
I agree.
It was really plain, like really, really plain.
I agree. There was no bass.
I'm not sure this is that much better than the 20% last week. A couple of them. A couple of 20% were pretty drinkable.
No, I
They're
think
very
these are
different
better,
drinks,
but
They're very different drinks, I guess.
yeah, and I like the diversity of what we had last week. So
Yeah, I did
we
bring a
just can't
sour. We are
we just
drinking
can't
one
get
sour.
6 different beers from the same place all that often.
I did bring over one sour. I brought over a key lime pie sour.
I've got a bunch of other beers too.
Yeah, well, we don't have to drink that many beers. I got a little bit last. Yeah. I'm not really drunk. I got
The
not
poker?
sober last
I
night.
came home and drank doubles, so I got kind of
You make
faded.
terrible fucking choices.
I
I
do.
feel like this goes with the whole LA Dodgers theme. Maybe that's just me.
Realness. Also, a double dry hop, double India Pale Ale.
Thanks, Run Dog.
Yeah, you're right. The variety is not huge today. Walking back.
Thanks, my feet are
Uh-oh.
up.
Low battery.
Oh no!
I'll just get my other right there.
All right, let's. You want to
Battery.
practice my kind?
Yeah.
Tell them about it. Tell us about this.
Okay, so Real Ness from Monkish, the double dry hop, double IPA, drink freshy, another 8.3 percenter. This one was also canned March 30th, so we're under 3 months.
We're under 3 months.
Okay.
Okay.
And it says real deal. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Doesn't tell us about the hops again.
Nope.
Just gives you a little surgeon
I
general's
wish it
warning.
did. I mean, you know, this one.
Are you pregnant? You might be. If you're pregnant, you can't drink it.
Pregnant or might become pregnant.
Why can't you drink it if you might become pregnant?
Consumption of women should not drink out during pregnancy. You're right. I'm thinking all
You're
the
thinking
drugs.
of drugs.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Because
of
that
drugs.
stays
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
system.
Consumption of alcoholic beverage impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may cause health problems. Just pointing that out. Just being direct. That's all I'm saying. If I ran more, maybe I wouldn't have this health problem. But
Oh my
you know,
god, my legs are so sore today after that 10 yesterday.
I can imagine. I only did 4 yesterday. And
10
I
isn't
ate
even that fucking far, man. It's 10 miles for God's sake.
10. I mean, 10 is pretty good. It's not that fucking far. I would just say this though. I'm disappointed in this can art.
This one's Mars.
I'm
Honestly,
pretty sure it's LA Dodgers.
I'm mostly disappointed in the fact that they're just using small labels and not full wraps.
I agree
They
with you.
never have though.
And
That's
I
how
am
they've
disappointed
always
in
been.
this. I want
Those
full
two,
wraps.
I think it's
honestly, those two cans in the back are some most artwork I've seen on Monkish cans in a long time. A lot of them are very plain nowadays.
You trying to get all the hoppy stuff out? There we go.
Love the smell of you.
All right, let's try this bad boy.
Let's try.
Let's give it a sniff.
And by the way, cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
It's got some fragrance, I think.
I think it's better than the last one, but still not as good as the first one.
I think that's fair. Color-wise, when I was pouring, it looked really nice.
Yes.
We need some sort of like clear glass that
We need a
won't
clear
break.
metal
Maybe
glass,
you know,
yeah.
like a plastic glass.
I know where we can get those.
Clear plastic glasses.
Yeah, they,
Like
they
everywhere?
actually, well, they
Like a
sell them
thing?
for pool parties and stuff. You can
Yeah.
do wine glasses, beer glasses, but they're plastic and you can bring them outside. Kind of like what
I
Novel
just like
has.
I like these glasses personally.
Yeah, no, I do too. I'm just you can't see them from the
No,
show.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
It
you
would look better.
You can't
It would
see
look
them. You can't see
Yes.
them. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this is the best one so far.
I think the first one was slightly better,
Yeah, maybe.
but only
maybe.
slightly.
Maybe.
So
Anyone else say
is there-
anything? Anyone say
what else-
anything?
No, not yet.
No,
Ping,
all right,
Pingu
fair
just said, "What's up, big boys?" So what else is there to talk about?
Oh, is anyone watching having they want to talk about? 'Cause I
Yeah,
don't
that's
talk
right.
about literally anything.
We're open to suggestions for discussion points.
Otherwise, we are drinking Monkish from Torrance, California.
Yes.
What else did I talk about this week? Let's see. Anything exciting happened? Well, the door's open again. That's fun.
Yeah.
There's a heat wave coming to California again, right?
Again.
Gonna be
Yeah,
crazy
it's
hot
gonna,
again
it's
next
gonna
week.
get over 100 degrees for like 5 straight days.
And we're in our biggest drought in history.
Correct.
Again.
Yeah, but next,
Again.
But in like 5 years, it'll be the new biggest drought in history.
That's also true.
Or just next year because it seems
Those
to be
damn
No,
tunnels.
now.
no. Next year can't be the next biggest drought in history because next year will still be the same drought.
That's correct. You have to get out of a drought.
Get out of the
to
drought
have the
first.
next
We
one.
got out of the drought like 3 years ago when there was like a decent rainy season.
Yes, it was actually, and it was pretty good a couple of years
The
there.
reality is we're fucked, just as a general rule.
We're gonna become a desert
But
across
climate
the
change,
board.
climate change doesn't exist, Corey. It's a lie. It's Antifa.
No,
You know
nobody
that?
thinks climate change doesn't exist.
No, they
wanna
think
bet on
that
that?
the other thing
Nobody
doesn't
thinks that.
exist.
You want to bet on that?
No, they think that
Global
humans
warming.
aren't causing climate change. Everyone agrees that climate changes.
It
Okay,
has to
well,
change.
I would
It's
say
seasons,
I would
so
say
we have
there are
seasons.
people who would disagree with the fact that climate change as a negative is not a negative. That it's not really a negative. That it's just shit happens. Agree with you maybe that it's not. But that I can call people right now who will tell us that it's not climate change. It's just a natural pattern of the earth.
Right, the natural pattern of the earth is causing climate to change.
I don't think that's true. I think
But
it's,
everyone agrees the climate is changing. Just the people who are fucking morons. Sorry if you're watching, my bad. I'm not really that sorry. People who don't believe in it,
Me too.
just, it's not that they don't believe that the climate is changing, it's that they don't believe humans having to do it. It's all just a natural sort of reaction.
Yeah,
it's
they
a
don't think
natural
we're
cycle.
causing the changes.
It's obviously delusionary, but I mean,
Yes.
whatever. It's not about whether or not something exists, it's about why the thing is existing. The argument was never
I don't
whether or
know.
not
I
the climate
think I
was
get.
changing, the argument was whether or not humans could change
I
it.
think I could find people who would say the climate is not changing.
But all you do is look at the map, you can tell the climate is changing. Like, it's not even, the statistics, it's not even hard. Like, anyone who believes that, like, it's not hotter now than it was 100 years ago is just an idiot.
I'll agree that idiots exist.
I mean, I try not to account for idiots when I'm discussing something.
That's fair.
So, to be
That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair.
I mean, you can't convince some people certain things, they're just fucking stupid. It's not my fault.
No, yeah, you know, at some point, if you can't rationally, logically follow through a point of, you know, here to here to here, from A to B to Z, all the way across, you can't get through those. You just like at some point you're like, but no, then no, you're just pretty much lost, and I can't do that. I agree with that. I agree with that.
There are just certain positions people take that I don't even want to argue, like, against. Because it makes me nuts. Like, I just, like...
That's fair.
Like, it's that saying, right? You can't reason someone out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. Right?
That's a very good way to put it.
You know, you just can't.
No, if they got there without logic and reason, you're never going to get them out of it with logic and reason. That makes sense. That makes sense. What are you looking at, Ducky? Get away.
So, you know, whatever. I don't know. So people are
Ducky
opening back up.
birds.
We had our first poker night.
We did, and I
For
was
like a year and a half.
I'm still happy that I even made it to.
You bubbled. You were the bubble boy.
I know I was bubble. Oh, and
You were
I
the bubble
had
boy.
a really good fucking hand too.
You got it all in ahead. You were in the lead.
Seriously, my best hand for the entire night was a pair of fours.
Yeah, no, you were the leader. You when you got there.
Literally the entire night.
Wow, that's
a
not
pair
good.
of fours.
That's not good.
I
No, the
lost
cash
that
game.
medium night.
The
That was
cash.
bad.
The cash game killed me. I
The
shouldn't have
cash
played
game
the
tends
cash
to be a
game.
little wild.
But yeah, especially when your boy showed up and just started
Oh,
throwing
once
fucking
Elias
chips
plays,
around.
you're fucked. You have to play very tight with Elias.
Because he was just throwing
No,
money
that's
all
not
over
entirely
the
true.
game.
You just have to be willing to get it in. Elias will get in light. You just have to be willing to get in light.
For me, I have to play tight.
The
with
real
Elias.
problem is that Cynthia's just like savage. She calls all kinds of shit and she
Oh,
just hits. And you're just
everything.
like, I don't know if she hit like the bottom pair into a trip somehow. Or
And
something
she'll
else.
play that
Gunshot?
bottom pair until
I think
she
it was a
hits the
gunshot.
trips.
Gunshot. We're calling gunshot.
We saw sketchy things on our way over here. I don't know.
Yeah?
A little bit.
Yeah, it was a little weird. This car like stopped in front of our neighbor's house, but he
garage is
wasn't
open?
fully parked off
Across
the
the street?
street. No, next door.
Oh.
And their garage was open as we're leaving, and we're like, but as soon as we backed out of the driveway, they left.
That's sketch.
So it was a little, just
That
to
gets
see it,
sketchier.
it's a little sketchy. And so he ends up going the same way as us, and then he pulls down to the court that our friends live in,
He turns into the court.
which isn't normal if you live in our area. It's not normal.
Right.
So he turns in the court, and then he pulls into front of the next door neighbor to our friend. There.
Mhm.
Frankly, I'm
And
hoping he
stop.
saw something he liked in that house and he tried to roll
Wait,
up on
did
there.
he
'Cause
pull over by the
he pulled in front
The
of
RV.
76 flag?
Yeah,
house?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm saying, I hope he saw something and I hope he got shot. Maybe that was the gunshot.
No, that was
That's-
over here.
Yeah, it was over there. I
Wrong
think it's
direction.
not completely
I know.
off,
I know.
but you know.
I know. I don't. No, I do. I kind of wish. I actually don't mind if criminals get shot.
I get you.
I don't really think you should shoot people for stealing things, but at the same
But
time,
I don't feel
like,
bad if they get shot.
I don't feel that bad about it. I don't think you should be itching to shoot somebody because they're
I
trying to steal
agree.
your TV.
That's what I would say.
Like-
I would start with you don't need an M16 to protect your shit.
Right, like, yeah,
It's just shit.
There
Your
are
family,
examples-
I get you.
there are examples where I think there are people who talk, at least. Like, they're itching to shoot someone. They're just like, oh, let them be in my backyard. You're just like,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, that
you're just like, you're trying to figure out a reason to shoot someone. Like, that's really not that normal. Like,
I think it's actually psychopathic.
it's a little
is.
crazy.
Well, it's like when we had that little neighborhood watch thing going for a while after a lot of the break-ins.
The neighborhood vigilante group?
Yeah.
The guys driving around in
Who
the cars.
drove around looking
Looking
for
for trouble.
anything.
Yes, yes.
And they ended up harassing people that didn't need to be harassed.
It's-
yeah.
It's like that Texas situation, right, where the dude like shot the two burglars who were like stealing from his neighbor's house, and he went out and he just like the 911 officer's like,
Don't
"Do
go
not
over there," and he's
confront
like,
them.
"I'm
Don't
going
confront
over
them."
there.
He's like, I have a gun. I will fucking shoot them. The 911 guy's like, they're just stealing a TV. The police are on
And
their
then
way.
you are not in danger.
Then
You
he
don't
goes
need
over
to
there
go-
and he shoots
and
them both in the back.
And you gotta finish the story.
Oh, yeah, he gets off, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't press charges.
Of course.
Yeah, a castle doctrine, even though it wasn't even his castle.
Right.
Which is really the weirdest part. It wasn't even his castle.
Nope. Not protecting his own. Not protecting his stuff.
So yeah, I mean, I think crime is probably out of control a little bit. It's not like it's
I
just property
agree
crime.
with you.
Well, I actually do think that we're probably under prosecuting property crimes.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I
but
get what you're saying
We
there.
don't have
Are we
enough
under
in
prosecuting
jail
property
and
crimes?
shit.
Yes, we're probably under prosecuting them.
Do a lot
But
of cite and releases though.
but here's the problem: is are we? You have to go back to: are we addressing the underlying cause? Like, are criminals criminals because they want to be criminals? Some. Are criminals criminals because they've been pushed into a position where they feel like they don't have a choice? Some. So can we help things by trying to address those situations? Yes. Are we doing that by citing and releasing and by not minimum, no big sentences? No. Are we doing that by saying, okay, well, if you get a drug crime,
Right? Are we doing that by mandatory minimums? Also, there's also
right.
also no.
That's also no.
Yeah.
And because
not
you're
going.
actually, but you're also like if you're not, for example, if you get someone out, if they do a drug crime and you let them go, but you're not paying for and following up on the rehab and shit,
Yeah.
they're gonna go back. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't
you're just
think
gonna
there's-
relapse.
Like the U.S. has got some problems. We got that. Obviously
Talk about we're
homelessness.
perfect, America.
Obviously, homelessness is a problem.
Only if you live in California. Holy crap! I was in Oakland today.
Oh, yeah.
Oakland's a little weird.
Oakland,
Honestly, it's so
Alameda,
weird seeing
all
the
of them.
small cities that are crazy like this. Alameda actually isn't that bad.
No, Alameda's not
What am
terrible.
I thinking of then?
Are you thinking of
Oakland.
Oakland?
Oakland. Just
Probably
like,
Berkeley.
when you get off the freeway to go into Alameda, that's when it's really
Yeah.
bad.
Once you cross the bridge in Alameda though, or through the tunnel, like it's
Pretty nice.
good actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually we were talking about that today, going out there to visit, because we like us some Almanac. That's a great place.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Good
Almanac
beer.
is good.
And my buddy can kayak there.
And
I mean,
Admiral
imagine that.
Maltings is right next to them.
Imagine you live in a place where you know what you're gonna do. You're gonna put the kayak in the water and go to the bar, and that's what he gets to do. It's not a bad gig, really.
How far is the little dock off from Almanac?
Wasn't it, like, right across
he
the
probably
street?
doesn't go to
Are we
not
Almanac that
streaming?
way.
Do we break?
New York.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
You just only
Oh, wait.
have me and
No, we're
Shane
still
watching.
talking. Yeah, no, I can't tell how many
It's
people.
only
are
2
watching.
viewers?
It's two.
Alright, well it's only you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
well.
whatever.
Screw it. We had comments. So yeah, he might not kayak to Almanac.
I don't know. So did you get food at the place you went?
I did. I had a breakfast burger, and so
Right,
so
you had an egg on it, right? I mean, you said that. I
so
heard
so
this.
here's, and I'm gonna put this to Cali Bill Girl. Cali Bill Girl, if I get a breakfast burger,
I will send it back if that egg is not runny.
100%,
Well, like, what was the
no
egg
runny
like?
egg.
So we've been to Black Bear, and I make the mistake every time I get the eggs Benedict, and every fucking time the egg is overcooked. So I'll send it back.
Absolutely.
But not only that, is it not only overcooked, it's usually cold. And I'm like,
How do you get a cold eggs Benedict?
so the problem is
Holidays
they
fridge.
take, no, it's usually not that, it's the meat. So they toast your bun, but they toast it way too early.
Yeah.
Then they
Yeah,
cook
yeah.
your egg, and they do it too early, so it ends up overcooking.
Gotcha.
We need more
Then they
foodies.
put
We do need
the
more
hollandaise on, but then they put cold meat on there.
Yeah.
And so the one time I went there, I literally sent back my breakfast 3 fucking times.
Like it's
Before the manager finally came over, I'm like, look, the egg's overcooked. twice. Now I got the egg cooked right, but it's fucking cold. You get it right.
Okay.
And it's not eggs Benedict. Look, if I order something with an egg on it, I do it because I want a runny egg. It's
Exactly.
Just, otherwise, scramble the motherfucker, right?
Yep. And I'll order it scrambled if I want
and
scrambled.
I want it scrambled, I'll order scrambled. But yeah, it was. And then the other problem, the burger was really good, but they didn't toast the bottom bun enough.
Oh,
and
so it got soggy.
It was a really greasy hamburger, like my whole hand was covered in grease. So it had a great flavor, but about 3/4 of the way through, I'm like,
Your bun just falls
is just
apart
completely
and
gone.
disintegrates.
The fries
drowning
were
the ducky?
amazing.
Why are you drowning the ducky?
Poor ducky.
Oh, he's trying to squirt.
Well, I thought it was because it was a duck face down.
No, he was actually holding a duck
Yeah, you
underwater.
can't. These ones are only a one-way squeaker. So anyway, that was. But the fries were amazing. They were fresh potatoes, they were steak fries and shoestring, so they had a completely different mix of fries.
The fries
all
are
with,
in one basket of fries?
yes, they were
interesting.
so
That is
good.
interesting.
I think we got sausage.
So
in
good.
there. And you got the spätzle, I think. I got sausage.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sausage
I got
platter
the
came with
spätzle.
spätzle and crap.
Yeah, I got the spätzle with sausage, and it was amazing.
Yeah, the food there I think is pretty good. You gotta admit, the view is really nice.
Yeah, we were right on the water.
Spot.
Right on the water.
You
It was
are.
great. It was great.
And every seat that you sit at, you see the water.
Well, they only had like 4 or 5 tables inside because it's a
Yeah.
small
Oh, yeah, we've
It's
never
a
been inside.
smaller
We sat
place.
outside.
Yeah, we
They-
went
they-
during
and
COVID.
they added a bunch of
Oh,
tables
there was like
outside
10
Yeah.
picnic tables.
to
when we
go
were that
basically going towards the hotel. So
Yeah, they had it
Hotel range.
originally. I think it was all just on the one side, but then when we
Yeah, it
were
was
there,
really
they
pretty.
had a couple that went towards the front.
had a nice
So they
little
probably
breeze.
opened it up
So it was
more.
just a nice day. You got padinged.
I know.
Ain't a soft bitch in the chat. I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what that
but
means.
It just says ain't a soft blobbity blob in the chat. I don't know what that means. There ain't.
I don't know. I'm out of beer again, though.
Oh,
I'm
did
out of
you
beer
do
again, too.
sour of the week.
Just
Yeah,
sour
we're
the
sour
week
weekend. All right, one more beer, folks. Those of you who are joining us now, we have one more beer to go on today's show. We will hopefully be back again next Sunday. Probably.
Father's Day.
Yeah, possibly. It's sort of in the air. I don't know. Possibly. I was thinking about maybe going to the beach. But on the plus side, if there's decent connection to the beach, you can just do a beach stream.
That's true.
I think that qualifies. I think.
I would agree.
So we might go to the beach. I don't know what the fuck we're doing though. I don't know.
Haven't decided yet.
I don't know. It depends on how it goes down Saturday because of the whole. I made a reservation for 3, and now we have 4, and we can't get
For
a
the
hold of
park?
anyone to change the reservation. But I feel like it's after the 15th, so we may not even need reservations. It's just like I don't fucking know, man. All right, so this beer is going to be way more interesting than our previous
Oh,
beers.
ain't a soft wee wee in the chat.
Oh, fair enough.
What's a soft movie? Oh, they're enjoying your show then.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You know, people come on the show for weird reasons. All right, this is Oliphant Brewing, 2 clones
Like Timothy?
to get stoned. It's got an I, so no.
Okay. I like me some Timothy.
All right,
Oliphant
this
movies.
is going to be an interesting beer, guys. This is a key lime sour ale with lactose, sea salt, and vanilla.
That sounds weird.
Ale brewed with key limes, lactose, sea salt, and vanilla. Yeah, it repeats that actually. That's awesome. We're
It
at
says the same
5%.
thing twice.
Well, it's on the side too.
Wow.
All right, we're going to pour this.
All right, well, let me finish this.
And this thing, we're expecting this
That's
to
gonna
be
be
fragrant,
sour.
and we're expecting this to be tart. And
Key lime should be sour as. Yeah. Yeah.
plus, it's got vanilla and lactose. We're expecting some mouthfeel. I didn't roll, so this doesn't look like a roller anyway.
It doesn't say kettle, so you should be fine.
They want to know your location.
We are in the Bay Area-ish of
California.
California.
We were in Northern California, but not Northern
But Monkish is in the LA area.
Monkish is in Torrance. Oliphant I picked up off of Tavor, actually.
Oliphant Brewing from
So this one I'm not sure where it's from.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, who actually is a pretty burgeoning, booming.
Actually, they have a pretty good brewery situation going
Seems
on.
the word. All right, let's talk about smell. Finally, we're gonna get a beer with some goddamn fragrance.
We had a lime flow we could have used.
Ooh.
Oh, it smells like lime. It smells like key lime.
Yeah, but it's also got the sour smell going on.
It smells great.
Yeah, no, so we try to get beers from as many different places as we can, you know. Southern California has a great beer scene between LA, but really San Diego is probably the
One of the
top.
better, yeah.
That'd be the place that I think you would go to. I would say
I
on the
love
West
San Diego.
Coast, San Diego, Oregon are the places you have to go. You just have to. If you're gonna do beer shit, those are the places
they're
to
great.
go.
Colorado's great too if you want to go a little bit.
Yeah, no, if you're gonna go
Favorite
further
area.
east, I mean, you know, a little bit east, but east of us, Colorado's definitely a place to go.
We tend to do a lot of Northern California breweries because those we have access to fairly easily. But
Yep.
we go all the way from out near Sacramento out to about Rockland, Santa Rosa, Santa Cruz, Carmel.
Yep.
That whole big section, the Bay Area plus the Sacramento Valley, basically.
Yeah, we do the nine. We cover the
we're
9 Bay Area
delightful.
counties plus Sacramento, San Joaquin, and San Jose County.
Yeah, we do those pretty regularly. We will get some beer shipped in. Like
You know,
this
we
is
need to
the
go back
board.
to Blaker.
We do some beer trades on occasion. I haven't seen that for months. I
We
know.
need to get back to Blaker.
I know. So this is a key lime sour with lactose. So you should be some mouthfeel. Let's hope. Definitely smells like key lime.
Oh, I'm not sure I can do this. This smells so.
Oh, this is good. It's just like key lime pie. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where you get your key lime pie, but this don't taste like no key lime pie.
What are you talking about?
No,
Well, let me tell you, it's limey. It's vanilla-y.
no,
What?
no.
What?
Cali Virgo, you tell me.
I don't even like key lime pie.
First of all, I love me some key lime pie. I don't get any vanilla in this at all. None. By the way, in my other tattoos, once again.
You have more tattoos?
Oh, I'd have to do this then. There you go.
All right, there you go. My butt is slipping in. I need like a. Does it?
You get the salt though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you get vanilla?
No, there's no vanilla.
I don't get any vanilla. I get salt. I get a little bit of lime. I get more sour than anything else.
It's more of a margarita.
On it.
It is kind of a margarita.
Those are
Yes.
always more of a margarita though.
On it. That's
They
100%.
always-
That's it. See, we need more Cali beer girl in our lives.
I think this is
She
fucking
nailed
great.
it. I don't like this at all.
If you add a little bit, it's a mojito.
And it did taste really fucking good.
It would taste good with some mint in there.
I love the salt on this. I think the mouthfeel is
See, I
there.
don't like the
I
salt.
don't get a whole lot of lactose. I'm getting a little bit of the
But it doesn't.
sweetness.
It's not like thin though. Like vanilla lactose would be thin, right? It's just a little bit of mouthfeel. It's not
Yeah.
like a smoothie. But
Right.
it's just like a little
You're
bit
just
added
saying,
there.
it's my joke.
I mean,
Ducks.
dirty ass ducks over here.
Really?
I mean, it's got key lime for sure.
Corey's are all
Sea
hiding
salt
under the
for
water
sure.
from his.
Yeah, no. They're like, oh my god.
You really don't get the vanilla?
No, I don't get any vanilla at all. I get the salt a lot. I definitely get the sea salt.
I get the sea salt more
Yep.
than anything.
I
More
get
than-
key lime
agree
followed
with
by
you.
sea salt.
More than anything, I don't get any key lime at all. I get sea salt. I get 100%
Well, I
sea
get
salt.
lime,
That's
but
it. So,
lime's an overpowering flavor, so.
but I still get more sea salt than even lime. I
mean, I
get,
drink
I
the
get,
shit
I
out
get
of this,
salt.
man.
Of course you would.
I get salt, sour, then lime,
Yo,
and no vanilla.
props from Hoppy Hippo to Oliphant. This thing's great. Oh, fucking this guy.
Oliphant, add some basil. I mean, not some basil, some mint. Although basil might be. I would drink that if it had some mint in it. I've had a basil IPA.
I'm
and it
waiting
was
for a
not-
sour that is like a blueberry basil, like the drinks I've been making.
Yes, that sounds really yummy. That sounds really yummy.
We could try to brew one.
I could just.
You can't
I
brew
could
a
tell
sour.
Malpractice to brew it.
Why not?
I could.
You can't.
I could suggest to Malpractice they should
That's
do
why.
one like that.
Have you ever tried to brew a sour?
Obviously not. Why can't I brew one?
We don't have kettles for one.
Well, no, it's a kettle sour is different. No, it's. I don't.
That's literally what the brew kettle. Yeah. We don't want to buy a new one just for sour.
I don't think you could.
I don't want to brew a kettle sour anyway. But yeah.
I don't think you could. I could be wrong.
It's just about the yeast, right? I'm sure you can buy
No,
wild
it's
yeast.
not just about the yeast. I don't think it is. I'm not sure. I've never made a
Be the
sour.
milk sugars, the fruit fermentation, all that.
I only got 5% battery life. We're not eight.
We're basically done anyway. It's fine.
Unless you
I don't
want
want
to
to get out of my
sour
hot tub
brought.
though.
Do we want to drink the sour you brought?
Sure.
I'm gonna drink the
I
rest
brought
of Sam's.
Great
Yeah,
Notion.
you drink the rest of mine
I
because
brought
I didn't
Great
like that at all.
Notion.
You bought what?
Great Notion.
All right, fucking bonus beer, guys.
Bonus beer.
And girls.
We need like a buzzer. Bonus beer.
Remember to give us a follow. Once we reach 50, we can affiliate or something. I don't know. We're really not that interested in that.
And again, if you've got ideas for beers, if you've got ideas for
Show
hot tubs,
ideas.
you got
Trades.
topics to discuss.
Beer trades.
Always open to beer trade. 100%. Hit us up. Check us out. Let's see, beersplaining.com, right?
Beersplaining.com,
And
which
then-
really hasn't been updated lately. So
Yeah, Beersplaining.
YouTube.
YouTube,
And
also Beersplaining.
and then at
Beersplaining on Instagram.
On the Insta. Yep.
Also on Facebook.
On the
and,
Facebook.
obviously, on Twitch. No, it's pretty easy.
It's a pretty easy one. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple upcoming shows coming up. I think that we probably should do a homebrew show pretty soon, where we just stream an actual brew.
I'm down.
We can put the kettle in a hot tub and then it qualifies. I'm kidding. That'd
You
be
can put
weird.
the kettle right there.
But we probably don't have to go stream in a hot tub.
I don't know that you can stream an entire brew.
Sure you could. It's only about 3 hours. We did 2:15 last week.
Oh, that's fair.
And besides, we could actually just put it. Maybe we'll be like Amaranth one day, and we could just leave, and just leave it on a kettle boiling, and people like
People will watch.
1.5K people will just watch this kettle boil.
1.5K might be, might be ambitious, but I get what you're saying. Maybe 1.5 people.
1.5.
Maybe people
Someone
really
just
just
has
want to
it
watch
running,
a
but they're
good,
not actually
solid
watching.
boiling boil.
I mean, you're right. They watch people sleep. Who knows? Who knows?
Who doesn't want to watch a lovely rolling boil? It's so nice. It's sort of
Actually, especially when you put the hops in, it does look.
it
It is
does look
actually
pretty.
It is very pretty. That is true.
It's not a bad look, man. I'm
No,
just
it's,
saying.
I agree
like,
with you. Are you gonna
granted,
get our sour?
I'm just gonna watch it.
How
Whatever.
much does he have left?
Oh, I'm done with about half of this.
I'm
but-
empty.
He'll finish it. You're empty?
I'm empty.
Oh, yeah, they know they can see it.
Boo.
That's true.
Give a better potty face next time.
I don't know. We should definitely. I think we should. Well, promise. I don't have any cake space. So if we do a homebrew, it's got to be for you.
We'll have the keg space when it fixes the kegerator, but yes, that's the.
You
I
just
can
have
do
to
a
replace the
homebrew.
taps for fuck's sake. That's so
Feet.
easy.
Yes, feet.
Oh, here. I got feet too. My feet are weird though. I run barefoot. So I got a lot of calluses.
Yeah.
and
Do you have a lot of
cracks.
calluses on your feet? Let me see. I haven't seen. Oh, that looks gross, Corey.
Yeah. My feet are a little
Ugh.
busted. Here's this one. Little flip. Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at the callus. Oh,
Look at the cracks in the
what
bed.
the
The size of
fuck
that
is
callus.
with the balls of your feet have like an extra inch of shit on them.
You know,
Look at that.
You run 10 miles.
is
you run 10 miles without any
disgusting.
shoes, man. That's what
Oh,
you get,
I'm
bro.
about to throw the fuck up. Oh my God! What was that? How do you tell me you never look at your husband's feet?
No, his feet are disgusting.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, roly,
I
roll.
fucking feel attacked.
Have you looked at your own feet?
Yeah, I have to grind them down like every other day or so. Try to get the
so
cracks
It's
out
always,
of the hills.
it's always
So
good when you
gross.
say, I got to grind my feet.
Yeah, no, it's brutal.
It's Tuesday. I got to grind my feet, honey.
No, so the worst part about this particular spot here, this callus, is that on occasion you get a blister underneath the
How
callus.
is that not a blister? That is the...
That's a callus.
On occasion you get a blister under the callus, right? In order to pop it.
Apparently we do
you
a
gotta,
puke
like,
stream
You
because
gotta like
I'm about
jam.
to pause.
You gotta jam your needle or whatever, like literally through the fucking callus. It's so fucking hard.
They don't want to hear that.
Somebody asked for the feet. Anyway,
Oh, honestly, we could probably just stream me like popping foot like issues.
oh, you
That's
would totally do
disgusting.
that. So
the
this
internet's
is
a
the
weird place, man.
berry pusher from Great Notion,
This
Located in
one
Seattle.
might be
No,
a little
Portland,
older.
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon.
It's probably a little.
Tart ale with strawberry, blueberry, and honey.
Oh, you got
5.5%.
Well, I hope the
Drink-
honey comes through.
Drink today.
I hope the
No,
honey
we
comes
didn't
through.
drink it
I
today.
hope the honey comes through as well.
It doesn't.
I
You've
poured
had this
some, but-
before.
Okay, I haven't got any yet. I haven't poured it
You've
yet.
had this
No,
one.
I poured some, but
You actually weren't a big fan of this one the first time you had it.
yeah, the straw burger. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah. You posted an emoji of someone going. It's.
That's why my feet are in the water. You guys can admire fucking Beer Shop Esquire's
I got
fucking
actually. As long as you
feet.
don't look at my toes, my toes are janky because I ran.
You do have janky toes, man.
And my toes are kind of janky.
They're sort of like curving in a little bit.
I just need a new pedicure.
You've got Morton's toe a smidge.
I definitely got the Greek middle toe.
Yeah, Morton's toe
But
action.
I can't. But see, like I can't.
It's not as
spread
bad.
my
I actually
toes.
have Morton's toe too.
You do.
Which one's more?
I have long toes. I have long. It's when your second toe is longer than your first toe.
Mine's like that.
It's actually not that common.
No, it's like but yours kind of bend. But then you've also got like curvy nails and shit. How do you get curvy nails?
It's
Her?
because they need
Yeah.
to be trimmed.
Oh, okay.
I got nothing on that one.
I need to
Yeah, I have
polish
long
them
toes.
too.
My toes feel like they're long. I feel like I have long toes.
My pinky toe is actually longer than your pinky, but the rest of yours are longer than mine. This is a really weird topic, by the way.
This is
But
yummy.
You ever use like yoga toe stretchers? I have a set of yoga
I
toe
can't.
stretchers
No, I
in the
can't. Like
office.
this is when the yoga teacher's like, okay, spread your toes. I'm like, this is it. That's the. You see, look, my pinky's just like, what the hell?
I know, it just goes off on its own. Wait, no, don't spread, not just push out weirdly. What the hell, toe?
And suddenly,
This one's okay. This one, I have more toe.
oh, what the hell?
I have more control over
That
this
is
foot.
People do not want to see the bottom of your foot. That's so
I
gross.
can't even. My left foot, I can't even get the pinky to move. That is really gross.
My pinkies don't move.
You moved your pinky. Look at my,
Barely, I'm like-
look at my left foot. Watch. This is me spreading my left foot toes. Ready?
Wait. Okay, I can spread mine.
Well, I can smell it.
That's so fucking.
This one doesn't work as well.
Okay, so first of all, I'll start with this. The berry aroma coming off of this is
What
great.
is
I
wrong
think
with
it
you
smells
guys?
like sweet tarts.
Wait. What the fuck is wrong with us?
This smells like
You're the
sweet
guy
tarts.
who can reach like an entire
No,
hand
he
width
could
with
use
your
it
toes.
as a hand. He could use his feet as hands.
You guys have never used toe stretchers, huh?
Sweet
Nope,
tarts.
never. Yeah, I know. Somebody is enjoying the fuck out of your toast.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, or sis. What
I
else?
don't know what all those emojis are.
Thank you,
to be
homie.
perfectly honest with you. I can't tell, but yeah, I agree. But Strawburger, cheers.
Cheers, Stromberger.
This smells great.
Smells like sweet tarts.
You know, so no, so never use the yogurt. So it's like it's silicone.
Keeps going back to the feet.
We're not done. I was discussing toe stretching, and he just went off on this other thing about
It's
yoga
because
teachers.
no one cares about toe stretching.
It's not true. People
Amber,
wanted to see the feet.
Amber, we used to hashtag feet porn your page all the time. People care.
That is true. I mean, you have a tattoo on your foot, so clearly some people care about the feet.
Wow, this does smell great. I didn't even get to drink it. All I get is
Sweet
fucking just smell. It's just like
Yep. I don't know, sweet tarts. I just get a lot of berry.
The big chewy sweet tarts.
I get blueberry and vanilla. Am I wrong?
Well, that is so much better than the last beer. It's
Does this
not
have
even
vanilla?
fun. I don't get any vanilla.
Look at the smell.
No, I don't get any vanilla. This is so much
Strawberry,
better
blueberry,
than.
and honey.
I'm not getting a lot of honey, but I'm guessing that might
But
be
there's
where
a
the sweetness.
sweetness.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a
I
sweetness.
agree. There's a
that you
sweetness
can't
in there.
really-
The berries are definitely coming across great.
Well, this is good. This is 324, so we're actually good. We're under 9 days.
It says drink today.
Yeah, well, today's today.
Fix the label.
The fucking label. What the fuck?
Product placement, motherfucker.
My bad, Great Notion. I apologize.
Can't take
I
this
smell- I
guy.
haven't tried it yet.
Can't take this guy.
Can you
anywhere.
taste the honey? That's what I care about.
You cannot taste the honey, but you get the sweetness of the honey. So you don't
And
get.
maybe like a background flavor, but you
So it's-
can't tell it's honey if you're not told it's honey.
So here's the problem. If you handed me this beer blind, and you're like, Corey, what are the flavors in this beer?
I'm saying blueberry.
berries.
I don't even get blueberry,
Blueberry
or
and
strawberry.
strawberry.
I don't
I
get
get
either one.
blueberry.
I get
I get
blueberry and
mostly
strawberry. I actually get more strawberry. It's funny. I get more strawberry up front, blueberry at the end. I don't get a lot of honey, but like you said, it's the sweetness. There's definitely a sugar in there.
I get like a weird amalgamation of the two flavors at the same time. Like
Maybe
it's not
your
layering
palate's
out.
not the best palate to judge by.
It's not layering out blueberry and then strawberry or whatever.
So here's
to
my
me.
question,
I
like-
tasted
like-
a lot. Well, the last one tasted like lime and then
But
salt to me, but you know,
You
whatever.
get lime. I mean, it's just lime and salt.
I mean, this is good. I'm just
So-
saying it doesn't.
So if you're at home
Push
and
blueberries
Callie
on me.
Girl's cooking something, and she's like, I think this is missing something. I'm gonna have you take a bite to see what seasonings are missing. Does that ever happen?
Only when it comes to salt, because I undersalt things.
Right. But my point is that you're not like, hey, what's the flavor I'm missing in here?
No, I usually.
With him.
So I will.
The correct answer is more red pepper flakes.
No, so
That's true.
I will do that, but I will give him what I think it might be missing.
Got you. Okay.
So I'll say I think
That
it
makes
needs
more
more
sense.
chili powder.
Yes. Yeah. Like I think
Because
this,
I know he
think,
won't be able to tell me
Right.
what's missing.
You're like I'll do that with my youngest. I'm like,
Feel attacked.
hey, this is missing something, and he'll say, oh, I think it maybe needs this or that. His palate is refined enough. Not
to
great,
be fair,
but
you
still.
can't go into our pantry and our freezer and whip up a meal.
That part's true.
Our youngest does that. Actually, does cook for us.
I do it all the time.
Greetings from Germany.
What up? We love German beer.
First of all, it is beer. You're right that the lime does not sound like beer, but this is this strawberry sour. I think is really good. But if you're going by German purity laws, obviously it's not beer.
Nope.
But
I feel like that is a weird name.
the German purity law,
I feel like you should rename that.
I,
You get the wrong idea.
Sounds a little racist.
Only because Germany. Should be German beer purity laws at least.
I think it is actually the German beer
Okay.
purity law. I'm just calling it that because I know what it means. I'm not talking about like pure German.
I'm familiar with this, right? So that's it's like a law that just dictates which beers are officially beers, right? And it's like
Four ingredients.
It only has those 4 ingredients.
Correct.
They definitely do not qualify then. And I'm assuming strawberries, blueberries, and lactose are not 4 of them.
Lobo. No, we're not cutting. No, we're not done yet. And I might just keep going because you want us to end.
He wants us to end.
So it says cut. I'm like no.
What do we say? Was it
Where do you cut it?
I
the
don't
German
know.
purity law
It
thing?
says cut. No, it was before that.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Before Mr. Germany. I
do like German. I'm a big fan of the darker German beers. I like.
you love your
I love
double
me
box.
some
You love your
Dunkelweisens
Schwartz beers.
and
That's
Schwartz
true.
beers. I love me a
yes.
Schwartz beer. My first ever super successful homebrew was a Schwartz beer.
That's true.
And
About
but part of the
half
reason
So drinkable?
to be frank though, part of the reasons
Is it because you helped me?
no, it has nothing to do
I
with
was going
it.
there.
Part of the reasons that German style beers come off really good in homebrews is again
Not
you're
a lot of ingredients.
Fucking around. You get your hops, you get your grain, you get your water, you get your yeast. That is it. You're not messing around with and adding this thing at this time of the boil and that. Like no, you put the stuff in the water, you boil the shit, you add the hops, you're done. That's That is the essence of the German beer purity rules. You add your shit, you do it the right way, everything comes out good. And again, like you said, Dunkels are great.
I think they're
Box are
really super good.
good.
That Weizenbach in my tap now is nice. A couple of people got faded on that last night.
And I do want to do the whole. We need to do it. Who?
No one has told me my friends are dead yet, so he's probably okay.
Greg drank from the Dunkel.
And he had a few. He was a little buzzed when I was
Wow.
still playing.
Most people tailored off at around like midnight though, and we went another.
Well, I
2
went to bed,
hours,
so.
Yeah, I went to. I can't. When did I live around?
You left it right around midnight. No, you left it around midnight.
Was it midnight?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because Iman
I was
came
in bed.
right around the time you left, which was sitting just over the thing.
Yes.
And Iman came.
That was like
He actually
11:30.
showed up when I was
Yeah, right
walking.
around midnight. Yeah.
So
So.
yeah, I shouldn't have played the cash game. I did okay if I didn't play the cash.
Like cash games, right? You just play kind of tight at the cash game. The cash game's fun, honestly. You'll get the hang of the cash.
You have to start playing tight until you
Just only buy
learn
it
the feel of other players.
Only buy it for $20 at a time, because then like if you have to go all in, like you just like don't do a lot of limping and calling for like $2 or $3 at a time.
No.
Just either like raise when you're coming in, or get ready to like 3-bet or jam like all in. And just start
Well,
putting
you
people in
need-
groups, especially since you're not like
You
particularly
need to know your
well-seasoned.
players.
And that's part of it. I did like you said. There was that one hand where you're like, "What the fuck did you not? You double check raised, and then on
Yeah,
the
you gotta fire the river.
and then on the
Yeah.
turn in the river,
yeah, fire.
you had to.
Oh, if you
fuck-
double check raise, you gotta push, no matter what.
Yeah, any cards can fire.
So-
I know. Yeah, I mean, examples are like if you buy in short, you buy for like $20, right, which is typically the minimum in our little game. Then what you want to do there is just look for situations to get all in. If you get like an AK, for example, and there's someone raises the $2, like 3 people call for $2 ahead of you, right? You just make it 20.
So all in.
Well,
Because they
and
don't make any more decisions. You just fucking make it 20. If they want to call, you're probably in a race.
But the
or
funny
you're
part
ahead
was
by a lot.
the only hands that ever actually hit for me, the
are the bad ones.
I had one.
No, you
pair,
shouldn't call. You can't call off a $1, $2, $3. You have to like
I
not
had
call
one
small
pair
races. That's the
trip.
key.
I had one pocket pair that ended up tripping. Other than that, literally it was just bullshit hands.
Okay, so here's my hand. So this is what I mean by you need to know your players. So when I was playing against one of our friends that we played with forever,
Right.
the flop came down with a straight draw, but I hit 2 pair.
Okay.
And I'm looking at it and I checked it
Right.
because I didn't know where he was at because all he did was call.
Right.
Now, when I had bet, he actually raised me.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, I checked, he bet, and I was like, you didn't hit. And he didn't have anything to say to me because he plays poker, so he knows better. And I'm just watching him, and I knew, because of who I was playing against, that it was either go all in,
Mine died.
it was either go all in or fold. I couldn't just call because no matter what that turn was, he was firing. And he was putting me all in anyways. And I told him, I said, you didn't hit that, but you have a draw. And so I ended up pushing all in. It was way more than the pot. And I was correct. So he ended up folding, but we rabbit hunted and he would have missed anyway, so he was happy he folded. But it's a lot of, you gotta
It
know
does. It does.
your
Knowing
players.
your player and knowing
At
their
a home game,
tendencies.
you have to know your
Right.
players.
I agree.
What?
I still have bubbles.
Yeah, I don't know how you still have bubbles.
You don't have bubbles. I have them.
I know. I do that with bubbles.
You have a lighter blue pool. That's what it is. I'm fucking with you.
I don't know if that's it, but maybe.
Maybe if you stop farting in the pool.
I haven't farted. I was thinking about doing a big old rip, but I didn't.
Maybe he peed.
Maybe pee. Don't pee in my pool.
I mean, he was gonna dump out all the water anyway, so whatever.
That's fair. Well, I don't think we have anything else to talk about.
We don't. I don't think we do either. We're out of beer.
I mean,
I didn't bring any more.
we're not out of beer, but you know, like you said, you didn't want to get shit faced. So
That's fair. That's fair. I have to go home and not log into any of my fucking accounts. Fuck, dude, I'm so fucking annoyed, man.
that is kind of bullshit. Agreed. Agreed.
I mean, I guess if I had Authy installed somewhere else, I could just log in fine. But like, I don't think I have it installed anywhere else. Plus, I already initiated the reset process now. Hopefully, the reset process comes through, because otherwise, I'm lost in two-factor authentication to like a whole bunch of shit, which is never good.
Dirty motherfucker.
He's floating a little closer too.
Yeah, that does weird, you know. All right, whatever. Let's wrap this up. So, check it out. We're
Thank you
Beer
for joining
Splaining.
us.
I'm Hobby Hippo.
I am Beer Snuff Esquire.
We're gonna close this one out. We will be back next week. Hopefully, probably on Father's Day. Maybe here, maybe somewhere else. It's hard to say.
It could be at our house.
We may or may
Are
not
you
be
talking
in
about
Cubs.
Peach?
It's hard to say.
I don't want.
There's a little bit of a problem with the beach, and Corey doesn't know what that problem is until Friday when his present comes.
Got you.
But beach can happen. I'm
Either
not
way,
saying that
we'll
it
be
can't.
here on Sunday.
You'll
We just don't
understand
know
when you see
where
the
here
present.
will be. We'll be here, whether we're here or there.
Yeah, we'll be on
here.
Twitch next week. Hopefully around 1. We
Yes.
will update the schedule, though, as information comes up. So, yeah, if you happen to be still following or you see this video later, give us a follow, give us a like.
Yeah, check
We
us out
appreciate it.
on the Instagram, on
if
the
you have any-
YouTube, on the Facebook.
Any recommendations for beers we should
Yes.
try, or if you want to do a beer trade or theme shows, let us know.
Let us know. Otherwise,
We'll probably just keep streaming in small tubs until it's no longer a goddamn heat wave here in California.
which would be
In like
December.
3 months.
Frankly, this might be the coolest part of my entire day. It feels kind of great.
It feels actually really good out here right now.
So, all right, cheers.
Cheers.